Well. We are back for another episode. Kyle's back from Cabo. I'm still here, and we want to get into it. It's National Wisconsin Day. So cheese curds were flowing today, beers, all of it in between. We have a lot to talk about today. We are going to be switching up. Guys, I know every episode it feels like we're switching it up. We're changing the format, but we're trying to figure out the best flow so you guys have the best experience as a listener. We're going to be strictly the podcast here, right, Kyle, is going to be strictly news, and it's going to be strictly the interview with a special guest that has their special Wisconsin journey. That is going to be our podcast format. You will still be able to find our short clips, our top fives, brewing something up. All of our other short clips will be available on our YouTube channel and on our TikTok page and Instagram. So if you want to check that stuff out, it'll still be available. But we have learned that is not the best. What would you say, Kyle? That isn't the best That isn't the best hearing experience.
Yeah, podcast material,
listening experience for you guys. When Kyle, what's your number one? Corey, what's yours? This. So we are going to make it strictly news, somewhere where you guys could come to find out everything about Wisconsin with a little plot twist, with two guys that are best friends, complete stupid idiots from the state of Wisconsin. They're going to put a little twist to it and have a little fun. So we're going to come bring a couple segments every week. We're going to have our interview. We're going to hype up their business or their journey of how they love the state of Wisconsin just as much as we do. So Kyle, let's get this thing rolling.
Let's rock and roll.
Like I said, guys, we are moving into just Wisconsin news and our interview. So we're going to get going. I'm going to get us off to the start next week. And this is what we're going to do with all this news is we're going to both bring about 3 or 4 different news segments. And before we do the news segment, we're going to take a shot. Yeah. Shot of Wisco. We think that's the coolest thing. So every news segment I bring, I'm going to be bringing, God damn it, Kyle. You're so childish sometimes. You know that? So I will be bringing, so let's just say this week I have four news segments. Kyle's got 4 as well. We'll be doing 4 shots of something, to keep things fun, get the boys buzzing. So we're going to move right on in. Badgers beat Michigan in the first home game against Michigan since the altercation last year. Do you remember last year?
I don't remember the altercation.
Of Greg Gard and Juwan Howard. Remember when Juwan Howard.
Very interesting.
He going through the line at the end of the game last year. There was timeouts taken on both sides. Couple things back and forth. Juwan Howard wouldn't shake Greg's hand. Greg stopped him in the line. Greg said, and he started yelling at him. They got kind of split up. Joe Krabbenhoff got in the middle. Badger legend Joe Krabbenhoff, and he actually got pawed in the face by Juwan Howard. Bingo, bango, bongo. Juwan Howard's a scumbag. First game.
Rivalry made.
Well, not only that, Hunter Dickinson came out. He came out on his podcast, Round Ball from Barstool, trash podcast with Marty Mush. Trash. Came out and said that Wisconsin.
I've never even heard of that before.
Yeah, exactly. Wisconsin basketball they're all scumbags.
Really?
So he came out and said that beforehand, and then he proceeds to. He proceeds to come to the game in his, the entrance. They film you as you enter into the game.
Yeah.
And he was wearing a ski mask in chains. So Jared Bergen, who was an old Badger player, came out and said, "Okay, you called us scumbags, but you're coming out like you're gonna rob a bank."
Yeah.
So Hunter Dickinson, all-time terrible person. He couldn't back it up. He loses to the Badgers yesterday. Badgers get back on track. Big win for Greg Gard. Big win for the program. Juwan Howard, you suck. Scumbag. Excited. I know I just threw a lot out. Yeah, but...
That was.
So, and I think that was the most anticipated shake hand line. They said before the game that they cleared the air. They're all good, but there's a little something there.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's
everyone's waiting. I forgot all about that.
Mm-hmm. So Badgers get a big must-needed win last night at Kohl Center. I heard Kohl Center was rocking. It was also blackout. Everyone wore black. Pretty cool. They're wearing black unis. Black unis got to be worn the rest of the year. They're lit. They look cool.
Yeah.
So that's my first one. Kyle, keep us rolling.
All right, my first one here is snowstorm rolling in right now.
Okay.
News is saying 3 to 5. Some saying 4 to 7.
What are you saying?
I'm also saying I seen another one that said 2 to 9.
What's your take? No,
estimates?
give me your take. What do you think we're at?
5. We gotta go 5. It's
5.
Yeah.
Exact 5.
5.
See, that's what I want from a weather person. Just choose a number. Don't give me a 2 to 9.
I want someone to gamble on it. I want.
There might be snow, or there might not be snow.
Yeah. Says it's supposed to start 2 p.m. Wednesday, which we're at almost 4 right now, and
it's not snowing.
It's supposed to go 9 p.m. tomorrow night.
Yep. I'm ready for spring.
So am I.
I think I give my pinky up for spring.
I left and came back. Snow on the ground. Lots of snow. Got up this morning, let my dogs out. Snow's gone. My backyard.
Yep.
So just figure it out. Whatever's going on.
Figure it out. Yeah, snow maybe today. I've heard it might miss us, but we're supposed to get pounded.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it might miss us. That's what I heard, but I don't know. Nobody knows. That's the thing about Wisconsin weather. Moving on. Corey, this is my segment. Corey, that's really good. You wouldn't make it on the news. Governor Evers is budgeting $290 million to AmFam Field, Miller Park. AmFam Field's garbage. To Miller Park. In exchange, it's for stadium repairs, Kyle. But in exchange, the Brewers are they are extending their lease till 2040. What do I have? 2043.
Okay, so does it? Okay.
So let me explain.
I don't understand what they mean by doing.
So the state has a $7 billion surplus.
Okay. No, I understand how that works.
They're budgeting $290 into the stadium. So basically, they're putting that to make repairs at the stadium.
What repairs?
I'm sure there's a bunch around the stadium, field, clubhouse, stuff like that they'll be repairing. And doing that, they're ensuring that the Brewers stay in Milwaukee. Because at the end of their lease, they could leave.
Really?
It won't happen, but it could happen.
Yeah.
So, and then I want to tie in on top of that. So, obviously that's a good thing, but it's also a big thing right now because Evers is budgeting $290 million to the Brewers stadium so they stay, but our cheap ass owner Mark Antanasio is in an arbitration battle with the former Cy Young player Corbin Burns. Corbin Burns wanted $10 million. I think it was what? $10.75 million?
And he's
right or $10.99 billion or whatever.
Right now he has like 7. He gets seven.
No, and the Brewers filed at $10.01 million. So they're at a $700,000, $800,000, whatever the case may be. They're at that much of a difference, and the Brewers aren't budging. Trash. He's the best pitcher in baseball. Pay the man. Pay Corbin Burns. I don't care. Here's the thing: is I tweeted today, Kyle. I retweeted this, and I said, hey, Mark, and this was right to Mark. Obviously, there's no one to tag, so Mark's not going to see it. But I said, hey, Mark, don't make me sell the team shirt. I will. I'll make a shirt that's blue with yellow gold letters and says sell the team. Mm-hmm. I had like 15 people say, I'll buy one right now.
Done.
So I don't want to say that's an initial threat right to you, Mark, but do better. Kyle, I want you to look in the camera. Say it.
Look out. Do better.
Mark, that's for you. Okay. On to you, Kyle.
Okay, next one. Former Badger and Racine native, also Eagles player.
Mm-hmm. You can't read your own handwriting. Keep going.
Yeah, I didn't write his name on here.
Yep.
Name, Corey. What's his name?
Chris Maragos.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awarded for $42.5 million for suing an orthoscopic institute.
Yep, guys. Everyone's realizing Kyle can't read, but keep going.
An injury in 2017. Apparently, they looked past his injury and didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, so basically, he sued these guys. He sued the NFL and he sued the orthoscopic knee surgeon for mishandling his knee injury back when he was playing. He was rewarded the bag.
Yeah, I would guess so.
Yeah. Can I sue somebody? Can I sue?
See, I don't know. I didn't know anything about this. How old was he? Do you know? Whenever this happened, was he a young player?
Yeah. I mean, he played a good 8 years for the Eagles. He was there for a while,
shit.
but he apparently. I mean, I'm guessing he got paid this because he could have made more money and played longer.
Yeah.
So Chris Maragos, Racine native, gets the bag. He had 45 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Good for him. What would you do 45 and a half? Because here's the thing. The more I went down the rabbit hole of Mark. And I always say his name wrong. Atanasio, him being the owner, it would probably cost like $2 billion, $1 billion ish to buy the Brewers. Like, to me, that will never happen, obviously, but like in our lifetime. But like, how cool would that be?
To own a sports team, that'd be wild.
Yeah, like to be able to make the decisions. We would be doing everything possible to make sure we're good. We'd be in the red every year.
Oh,
yeah. I'd be paying for everybody to be on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, the New York Yankees
That'd be fun.
of the Midwest. That's what we'd. So he gets $45.5 million. Good for Chris. Good for Chris. Good for Racine. Good for Wisconsin.
Right?
Very
much so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, on to the next one. This is kind of old news, but I thought it'd be something to talk about since I don't know when it was it because we were gone. Whatever. Giannis scored 54 points the other night. And to be honest, Chick-fil-A dropped the bag because the first time he did it, he went to Chick-fil-A and got 50 nuggets. And apparently they dropped the bag. Now he said in his press conference, I'm heading to my local Culver's and I'm going to buy 50 burgers and eat as many as I can. And then I'm going to feed the rest of my dog. Which here, first and foremost, Culver's is like our fancy fast food place for us.
Yep.
And I mean, how rich do you got to be like, I'll just give the rest to my dog. My dog can eat the rest of the burgers.
Yeah.
Like I'm throwing those in my fridge and I'm eating them later.
100%. I think there's a fine line.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how rich do you got to be like, I mean, yeah, I'll just give him to my dog. He'll eat him. He's good. He's good for him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. There's a fine line of throwing fast food in your fridge and re-eating it and then.
It's facts, but I'm just saying, like, that's like such a rich guy move.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I'll just give him my dog. I don't really care. They're peasant. It's
go
peasant.
Back and get 50
whatever.
More tomorrow.
But also great kudos to Culver's because they pledged 54,000 diapers to Milwaukee Diaper Mission because of what Giannis said.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that it's for families that have a hard time buying diapers for their babies. That's their mission. So
well, it's good for them too because Giannis says that. Now I want a fucking burger.
I had a Butterburger today. A lot of people don't understand. It was Wisconsin Day today. Yeah. I made a TikTok. I went all the way out to Wisconsin. I had Quick Trip. I had Culver's. I ate like a fat pig all day. I had Butterburger. I did. I still feel like it. And then I had a couple beers, Wisconsin beers at a bar. Did a bunch of stuff. So, yeah, that's my news. Culver's, great thing. Giannis, go. Keep going.
All right, next topic. Super Bowl and commercials. How was
Did you not watch it?
I did.
Yeah.
I missed a couple.
Didn't watch any of the commercials.
Ooh, I watched them all. But it's hard because every time you watch football, commercial comes on, you look at your phone, you're talking to somebody, you're not paying attention. Yeah, caught myself having to put my phone down. I'm like, fuck.
I don't know
I want to watch
if there was one that really blew me away.
Two.
Yeah.
Those two of them.
Okay, which ones you got?
The one with Johnny Cash that
to say
he did.
What business?
So he sings the song Ragged Old Flag.
Mm-hmm.
They did like an American tribute to just different things all over the United States. It was very good. The other one was the remote, the TV remote one. Did you see
Tubi, yeah, that was good. That got us.
That fucking got me.
Tia was like, "Where's the remote?
Yeah.
Where's the remote?" Yeah,
Maggie's like, "Are you sitting on the remote?" I'm like, "Nah, it's fake. That's not our menu." But it got me. 100%.
Okay, so what I'm seeing is best culture war head fake M&Ms, saying they're back for good. I'm not crying, you're crying. The farmer's dog forever.
Oh,
that one gets me every time.
Got me good.
There's always a sentimental one that will.
There's always a dog one.
Just light you.
What I didn't see this year, maybe I missed it, was the Budweiser one. There's always
one with the Clydesdales in it.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
The Popcorners one with Breaking Bad was really good.
Yeah. Yep.
They had like a lot of the people in Breaking Bad in it. That was really good.
There's a lot of Pepsi. There's a lot of Pepsi ones. I've seen those.
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl halftime wasn't too bad. A lot of people hated on it. I liked it.
Every girl in the world loved it.
Supposedly, and I missed it. The fucking national anthem with Chris Stapleton was amazing.
I almost cried.
Did you see the people crying on the sidelines? I'm like,
Kyle, that was the best national anthem the Super Bowl's ever seen.
Oh, you think so?
100%. Yeah, there's people like I almost was crying listening to Chris Stapleton. Chris Stapleton's just a wonder of the world.
Well, one of the ones that sticks out in my mind, and I don't know if this was at the Super Bowl or there's somewhere else. Alicia Keys did one on a piano, and I thought it was amazing.
Mm-hmm. I remember it. I don't know. Yeah.
But like I said, I didn't get to watch the one live. Mm-hmm. The Chris Stapleton one. I only seen clips of it, but yeah.
Yeah,
that's what you like to see right there.
Super Bowl's fun. Here's my only things. I hate the Eagles. Always hated the Eagles. But I'll say right now, it's hard not to root for Andy Reid. Talk about a burger guy.
Oh, the man's the man.
The man's. I mean, mustache, big boy. He's the guy.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's maybe the Packers will be the next.
Another thing I like to see is you watched Patrick Mahomes, whether you like him or hate him.
He's amazing.
You watch him go through fucking a terrible injury. It's not terrible, but something that you probably don't want to play through. And you watch him get hurt in the middle of it, and then they release his sound bites to just did you see?
Yeah, he was crying.
And he's like, "Fuck it, like I gotta play. It's because you can't not play."
Super Bowl.
Like, yeah,
I'll fix this later.
Yeah.
Super Bowl's good. That's all I'm gonna say because the Packers weren't in it. Moving on. This actually moves us perfect segue. Aaron Rodgers is about to spend 4 days in the dark. Did you see it?
Yeah, he said he might think about recording it too, or have it,
which would take away from the whole thing.
I would do it, and then after this year release it. But
I've always just wondered, like, what? So the first time he said it on Pat McAfee, he was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna sit in the dark. That's it. They bring food into like this little door hole, and then you grab your food and you eat."
Watching solitary confinement is what I'm getting.
Yeah, but like, why would you like what? That'd be the most boring thing to watch. Is him just sit in the dark. Who would watch that? I'm sure some creepo would, but like, who would watch that?
I don't know. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine.
Yep.
Doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So Aaron Rodgers decides that he's going to go spend 4 days, and I saw the funniest tweet in the world. It was, and I showed you. Where it said, Patrick Mahomes out here winning 2 Super Bowls for his 27, and our quarterback's out in the woods in a dark room smoking crack. I laughed so hard at it. The people on Twitter are crazy, but it is serious. Like, there's not many quarterbacks out there like Aaron. Aaron's out there, like, in a way that, like, he thinks, and here's the thing is he thinks that this is going to help him get to a mental capacity to be able to choose what he wants to do and make his destiny, which is great for him. I'm good with it. I'm like, just like, hurry this fucking thing up. Let us know if you want to play for us or not.
And I seen a post about it too. It's like we owe the man nothing because he's been with us for so long and done so much for us. I mean, sure, a lot of times people think he's self-centered and whatnot, but still, I mean, you don't see a lot of quarterbacks stick with the team as long.
No, here's the thing, Aaron. I don't care about. Everyone's going to say, "Oh, 2 Super Bowls between 2 quarterbacks, Brett Favre," and I don't give a shit. For one, a lot of really bad, unlucky things happened to Aaron in the playoffs, and I don't even want to go through them because you're going to make us sad. This isn't a sad podcast. No. So I don't want to like make that the only thing. There was a lot of years that that the Packers defense was subpar.
Oh God.
That he was carrying teams. So to me, it's like you got to give him time to make his decision. At the end of the day, I don't think I could sit in the dark for 4 days.
No, God, no. I don't think I could for one day.
No, I would be bored out of my mind.
Yeah.
I am very much a guy.
I'd come out fucking talking to myself.
Yeah. Oh my God. Absolutely. I'd be sitting in there. First hour go by, I'd be like, that had to be a day. We have to be on day 2. There's just no way.
Yeah, it's too much. I can't.
I'd
sleep for a while, and then after that,
you got a nightlight or something? Can I brighten this thing up?
Game Boy in here?
Do you have an iPad or something that I can at least draw or do something stupid?
Yeah.
I would easily see myself getting in trouble, I'd be like drawing on the walls or some bullshit.
Fuck, I can't sit at my house and watch Netflix by myself for
No,
4
if
days.
if there is a commercial that's boring, I will change the channel. So.
That's true. I look at my phone.
Yeah, so I don't know. I for one hate the dark too, so that'll be interesting. Interesting to see what Aaron Rodgers decides. Will he be a Packer? Will he be a Raider? Will he set off into the sunset and eat shrooms the rest of his life? We don't know. Or ayahuasca or whatever the hell he's going to be doing after. I don't know. Yeah, he's going to be the next guy. I guarantee he's going to be vibing. Mm-hmm. Once he retires, he's going to be maybe a ponytail, just vibing life. Maybe living in a van, has all his money, doesn't care. Wears like one of those carpet
rugs,
yeah, whatever. Yeah. But kudos to Aaron. He's made his money. He's done his thing. Okay, Kyle. Line of life. Oh yeah, I saw this. This was in Dickeyville. Oh, it was all throughout the U.S.
It was just like moving across. I didn't see much. I don't know where else. I just seen people posting about it. But apparently there was a line of lights that was in the sky Monday night. I think it was Monday night. That no one really knows what it is. I didn't really read too much into what they thought it was. But after this fucking Chinese balloon thing that they're talking about, God knows.
Who the fuck's looking at us?
Yeah.
Right. And you know what? Aliens scared the absolute shit out of me.
You see all this not to throw off topic.
UFO.
Did you see this train accident thing? You haven't seen anything about this? So the media is probably not the best thing to talk about in here, but the media is covering it up apparently. Out in Ohio, train derailment, dumped thousands of gallons of some chemical into their ecosystem, and it's like causing millions of dead animals, and like people are having headaches really bad. Supposedly they're talking like catastrophic like issues with cancer and all this other shit. Like 5 million people.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Just look into it. People are posting all over Facebook about it. You can see there's like a bunch of pictures. Oh, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Don't know
I don't live in Ohio.
Don't know anything about it. Yeah, they said it was.
We just got melted butter running all over the place in Portage. True. That's all we got. So cool. I mean that's not cool. I say cool, but that's not cool. Interesting. That's a better word. So I also noticed I went live the other day and someone told me that I had to go to, it was like Emworth. Elmworth, something like that.
That sounds about right.
Elmwood.
Okay.
And there's UFO days where it's like a big fest and people show up and they dress like aliens.
Bro.
That shit.
I'm not interested in the dressing up, but UFOs and like Area 51 shit is interesting as hell.
Yeah.
Superstitions are
I'm already going to the car show in Iola because of TikTok. Now I might be we're going to try to go to a couple of these and like record it. But aliens just freak me the fuck out, man.
Yeah.
E.T. never would watch it. Always freaked me. E.T. go home.
E.T. phone home.
Whatever it is. Don't care.
The last thing that I got, and I threw this on here, is Bucks have won 11
straight. Well, and here's the thing. So I got a couple things to say. So we beat the Celtics last night. Watched the whole thing. They had 4 starters sitting. We had our whole team was playing. Chris was still at a smaller capacity because of the injury, but everyone's like, "Oh, you barely beat the second stringers." Here's the thing. At the end of the year, we're gonna look back on it. A dub's a dub.
Yep.
Kyle, look in the camera and say, a dub's a dub.
A dub is a dub.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, Drew Holiday, 40 burger, on your ass. Giannis, 36 burger, on your ass. So I don't care if it was an overtime. We still won. We still got one. We're one game behind you, whatever, half a game behind you. Just watch the hell out, Boston. That's all I'm going to say. 11 games. We're moving. Hopefully, if we go into the All-Star break, for one, Giannis is basically running the whole All-Star show. Him and his brother are coaching the celebrity game. Him and Thananis. Thananis. I don't know. I always screw that up. And then Giannis is playing. So, and I think those two are doing something else. But anyway, Giannis he's just, best player on the planet. Should be the MVP. Nikola Jokic is it's tragedy that we watched it with LeBron for how long, where he had the best season and was the most valuable player on everyone's team, but because we didn't want to have the same person win it back to years, other people won it. We're seeing the same exact thing with Giannis Antetokounmpo right now. So that's it. If we go into the All-Star break with this winning, that'll be the biggest winning streak
When is the All-Star
into next weekend, I think.
Holy shit.
The biggest win streak ever to go into an All-Star break. So Bucks are hot. Bucks are playing well. We don't even have Jay Crowder on the court yet, baby. Jay Crowder, Bobby Porter's coming back. I'm so excited about Bucks basketball, man. Yeah. I am so damn excited. All right. One more thing. Giannis trademarked "Stay Freaky."
Stay freaky.
Let me look up all of them just to Giannis.
Stay freaky's a hell of a
Giannis files for multiple trademarks. Stay Freaky, Freak Show, Unseen Freaky Hours. And they all have 34 and Freaky.
Really?
Yeah, because he on his Instagram lives with his wife, he's always like, freaking the sheets. He always did. That was probably the best accent I could have ever done for Giannis in my life. Never gonna happen again. But so he did that. That's pretty cool. Okay, Kyle's thought trip. What do you got?
They're one and the same together. So my thought of this is I took off from here at 2 a.m. Flight kept getting moved back. So we sat in the airport. Get to O'Hare.
Yep.
Drink beers.
Yep.
5 a.m.
Yep.
Might be 4.
Sure.
No, it's about 5.
Okay.
You sit there and you watch how people act at 5 o'clock in the morning in airports.
They're running.
It's a rule. It's a grounds for no rules at all. You can do whatever the fuck you want. If you want to sleep on the floor in the middle of the fucking place, you can. You can eat whatever you want, do whatever you want, and the bars are just wide open. I watched a guy drink a Jameson shot at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, usually Kyle, people are either working at a airport or they're on vacation.
I'm like, and you find the random people and you see the weirdest fucking people coming through. Yeah, and it's just a different lifestyle.
Well, and then they look at you and you guys are chugging beers at 5 in the morning.
That's 100% true.
Yeah,
and
so
they hit you a lot harder.
Yep. So, was that your thought?
No, I mean my vacation was good. It's
good.
The norm.
Cabo looked fun.
Yep. Water was nice.
Yep. Sun. It probably felt good to see the sun feel good on your body.
Sun. It wasn't extremely hot. It was windy. So
perfect. Yeah. I'll take wind all day.
It was nice to walk around. It wasn't sweating that much.
And you're wearing like linen clothes, like super light, light button ups. You're like
no shirt. Down there, no shirts, norm.
I'm sure they loved seeing that. Oh yeah. Seeing that graphic.
Oh yeah.
So cool. Well.
Other than that, that's all I got.
Yeah, awesome. Well, guys, hey, that is going to be our first part of the segment. Wisconsin news brought to you in a different way by two idiots in Wisconsin. We're going to hop into our interview with Kinden Vazquez, owner of Kinden Shop. She does digital prints and a bunch of really cool stuff. She's located in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. We absolutely loved the interview with her, so we're gonna hop on into that and check out our segments. Our top fives we're doing this week are our top 5 Sunday Fun Day drinks or shots. Top 5 Badger football players. Those will be on our YouTube channels and on our TikTok. So we appreciate you guys. Let's hop on into the interview. And now we are back for our special guest. We have Kinden Vazquez with Kinden Shop. She does a lot of different art prints. We've been actually going back and forth a lot over the past, month? Because we're trying to get some of her prints into our store because you're very talented. I love everything you're doing. So,
Thanks.
For us, we are very excited to bring you on and let everyone that watches our podcast, listens to be able to know more about your journey as a business owner. So if you want to kind of give us a little insight of, where it started, where you're located, that kind of stuff, I'll let you have the floor.
Sure. Well, I'm located in Stevens Point, 2 hours away from everything, literally, in Wisconsin.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I started doing art in college, so that would have been 14 years ago. And thought I would be an art teacher, but switched to school counseling. Had a couple kids, was home painting, and now I've kind of switched to digital art. And so because of that, we kind of found a niche, and we found a product that we thought would be fun to take to Wisconsin. So in this last year, my husband and I both left our jobs, and we both stay home with our kids, and I draw all day. And it's really fun.
Awesome. So how long has Kinden Shop been open for business?
Yeah, well, I've been doing this since 2010. But I've mainly been doing oil paintings and acrylic paintings, just like large scale stuff, custom work. But the digital art really has just been in this last year.
And here's the thing: is me and Kyle are not artists in
Yeah.
any way, shape, or form. I might sing in the shower, but outside of that, I am as
I-
far
I-
away from.
I failed art in high school.
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
That's
So
hard to do, man.
very hard to do. Kyle wasn't the best student in the world. But anywho, so what I'm getting is moving to digital art. My sister's she's into art. She does a lot of digital
Okay.
art too.
Yeah.
She went to I'm gonna mess this up, but I think she went to college in Dallas at an
Okay.
art institution. I have no idea where, whatever. But
Yeah.
she switched to digital, and she kind of did it because she just said it didn't take up as much time.
Mhm.
Well, it still does. Don't get me wrong, but
Mhm.
like where you could mass produce some prints and be able to, instead of you're painting it, right? Am I kind
Right.
of on the right track?
You're on the right track. Yes. Yeah, basically, for me, there's a steep learning curve with digital art, because there are so many options of apps and programs that you can
Software
use
and
to
all
do
that great stuff.
Yeah. And all of them either have subscriptions, or if it's a free service, you have to figure out, can you use it? And so going from being a physical painter to a digital painter has been a learning curve, because I know what I want it to look like, but I have no idea how to use the tools on my iPad to get it there. So it takes a while.
Yeah, so you've been doing that for the past year, and
Yeah.
like I said, people will be able to see the prints once we get to release them together
Mhm.
on our website. We're very excited. But you're just like in a year. That's super incredible how amazing you are at it.
Thanks. Yeah, I think it's been a shift of design. When I do painting, it's much more realism based, and with these prints, I just really love. I've always loved national parks. We're a big camping, traveling family.
Amen. I love it.
Yeah, so I love the idea of the prints that are flat, just a few colors, that make you feel something. And
Mhm.
so these were kind of a cool leeway off of painting.
Absolutely. So where do you see the most success when it comes to digital? I mean, obviously Wisconsin. So,
Mhm.
it's just like our business. People are prideful of Wisconsin, so they
Yeah.
like our clothes. So do you feel like that's where the most success is when like you do stuff like that, or is it custom stuff, or where do you see the most success?
Yeah, I mean, when I was doing custom paintings, it's definitely a different clientele. It's people that are ready to invest in, a work of art for their house, and digital paintings are much more accessible to everybody. But I'm finding that smaller towns in Wisconsin first, because that's where I've started, but smaller towns have the most pride, and they have the most deep roots in their town. So they're just the most excited about these, because there's not a lot of fun modern art for small towns in Wisconsin.
I agree. What's crazy is, so I was showing Kyle what you sent me. You sent me, Monaco, Hayward. You sent me, a bunch of Door County stuff, and I looked at I told him like, and we hope to do Keeler. And he's like, well, what are you going to do it of? Because we're a super small town. We're like, I don't know, the water tower, the highway.
Yeah, I
I
looked
don't.
it up. I was like, do you want the street going through? Maybe the stop sign?
Yeah,
In
which
the
street?
middle
We have
town?
two of them. So, yeah, I
Right.
don't. I think, but you are completely correct. Like I said, if we were talking, it's like if you made a digital print with our water tower, I know people here would absolutely love it.
Right.
Because we are very prideful of our small town, our unincorporated town down here in Southwest Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I definitely love that. I think. Are you are you on like Etsy? I mean, obviously, do you have a website?
Mhm.
Can you?
I have a website. It's just kindenshop.com. I
Okay.
also have Etsy. And most of the sales, point you go through Etsy. Yeah, so we're just going one city at a time. We've gotten through 6 or so, but we've got plans for another 20.
Sure. So so obviously digital's working. Do you do you have like any other plans to like that you want to do? Like I said, if it might be a dumb question, but like, is there any like other avenues within the art like that you're doing, like prints that you could do differently? Or like anything that you want to
Yeah.
move to like in the future or anything like that?
Yeah. So I mean, right now, going city by city, we're wholesaling to shops like yours, that might find this of interest.
Mhm.
But I think for future, I'd love to get connected with the university system in Wisconsin, because college students have such a strong pull to the city that they go to school in.
Yep.
So to have something artistic and fun, and accessible that reminds them of their time
Absolutely.
there. it's kind of endless. I mean, you could get involved in the PGA, the NFL, getting things connected with what people feel nostalgic to. And so, yeah, we've got some plans for future stuff. It just kind of depends on where this thing goes.
Yeah. That's super, super cool. I think, like I said, I know, and I've told Kyle that I know our following, the people that like our clothes are going to fall in love, and it's like right up our alley because we're doing a bunch of like videos that are exploring Wisconsin, doing all these top small town Wisconsin, where we could tie in and do prints for each one. So that's why it's awesome.
For sure.
So do you do like any like custom work for like people, like even like businesses that want art on the walls? Do you do a bunch of that, or is it kind of moving all towards digital?
Well, digitally, I'm doing a lot of custom stuff, either for people, there's a lot of people that are like, I got engaged at this spot. Can I have this print of this? That's really fun to do. Or they want their house, or just places that are special to them. There's companies that want them for their gifts, for their board members, when they feel really nostalgic to their actual company, golf courses, things like that. Fine art. The only reason I've shifted a little bit out of that right now is just because I have a 1 and 4-year-old at home, so it's a little tougher to keep the paint out. But I'd love to get back. I mean, that's my true, what
passion.
I love to do. Yeah. So, I just got to figure out a good system with kids at home.
Yeah, I get it. I have a 2-month-old at home, so he's not walking
know.
yet, but I could already tell he's going to be a little turd. He's going to be a little troublemaker. So yeah, I think, and I'm telling you the truth. I love that painting kind of stuff, like custom art. I think we could definitely work together in the future for that too, for a little custom work for our business. But yeah, I guess so. And then you have socials. If you want to say all your socials where people could find you.
Yeah, everything is Kinden Shop. So Instagram is just at Kinden Shop. There's a Facebook group, Kinden Shop, and then kindenshop.com, and Etsy is the shop is Kinden Shop.
Cool. So, hey, and if you guys ever want some Kinden Shop custom apparel, you just get a hold of me and I'll take care of you guys.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I appreciate time. Do you have anything else that you like want to bring up, or anything else that you want to push people towards, or anything?
I mean, if there are places that people want prints for, send them my way.
Kinden Shop. I will. Yeah. And what's crazy? So we work with Platteville. That's my alma mater down here, UW Platteville. Sure. And we're looking to kind of get in their bookstore and working with them a lot since I'm I work with the school a lot. So, I'll bring that up. I'll bring that up to them and say, hey, if you guys want any cool nostalgic pictures or digital prints, I know the gal that can do it for you.
Absolutely. That would be awesome.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you for holding on. We were 15 minutes late. Everyone that doesn't know, we were 15 minutes late to this. We have technical issues and we have no technical support. So that kind of shows you where we are. But I absolutely appreciate you hopping on with us. And I'm so excited to be able to work with you in the future.
You too. Thanks, Corey.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a great night.
All right. See you guys later.
Thank you, everyone, for paying attention, listening. Hope you guys like the new format of the podcast. If you want to see more of our content, check us out on TikTok and on YouTube. We have shorts on both spots and Instagram. I appreciate all you guys. Have a great night.